it rocks. Book, it rocks. Book, it rocks. Book, it rocks.
Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we revisit your favorite storylines. I'm your commissioner, Hi-Fi Mike, and today I've got your GMs, Damone, D-Money, Alan, Primetime Travvy T, and K-Dog. What's going on, guys?
Hanging and banging.
Living the dream.
The champ is here.
I'm actually gonna hanging and banging. I gotta know what that means. What? What's banging?
I think it.
I think that's a dig joke, Mike.
Someone said it to me when I was on practicum once, and now it's just my standby response.
All right, well that's fine. I'll accept that. So I guess it's Damone. Are you living the dream?
Yeah, of course. Always living the dream.
And how about you, Travvy T?
I just said the champ's here.
Oh, the champ's there.
Every day is a dream when you're the champ.
Oh my god.
You got 20 pounds of gold. You're living life, man.
Living life. All right.
Delusion. Yeah, every day is great when you're delusional.
So this episode, we are on episode 14, and we're doing the WWE in 2028, so 10 years from now. I guess it could be 2029 since we're also almost at the end of 2028, but that's fine.
Mine's
or 2019.
Thinking too hard. Stop.
You're right.
You're going to hurt yourself.
You're right. I was thinking about this pretty hard. I'm already hurt, so that's fine. So before we... What?
Oh, good. Good. Nothing. Never mind.
All right,
I'm taking it back. I don't...
Before we get started, let's go over how this works for the new listeners. Our GMs, they're going to book angles of pay-per-view according to our theme, which is WWE in 2028. Sometimes we'll be using specific rosters, and sometimes we will be doing full-on fantasy booking. And they're gonna pull. In that case, they'll pull superstars from any time and use that. But this time, it's gonna be a fantasy book, but in the future, so they can't pull Dusty Rhodes back to life for 10 years in the future.
Well, there goes all my booking.
All Dusty. She had Dusty in every
all
match.
Dusty all the time, baby.
That was awful.
I really didn't commit to it. I just threw it in there at the last second, and I regretted it immediately.
All right, so so I guess that's pretty much it. We're gonna probably be interrupting each other to make fun of each other because that's what we do. I don't know, so I don't think we really discussed this beforehand. Who all is booking this episode?
Me.
The champ.
And Damone, you're sitting this one out.
Yeah, I'm sitting this one out. I'm co-hosting with you. You co-pilot.
Just sitting there.
All right, he gets to the co-pilot. He gets when I'm paying attention to the technical stuff, he can come in and do the other stuff. So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right.
So before I start, I would just like to say this is really tricky because you don't want everybody. God damn it! We need to stop messaging each other while we're podcasting because then I look at my phone and I get distracted.
Oh, I got mine on silence.
I know. I picked mine up to open my notes. I took notes.
My bad.
I write this. I don't just remember this. Who do you think I am?
Damone.
So that's bananas. It's really tricky because, like, first of all, you don't know who's going to be around in 10 years, and you don't want everyone to be, like, super old when, like, you're putting a roster together. And I work the indies, so I know lots of indie guys, but, like, it's also not that interesting to listen to if you don't know who I'm talking about. So I used a few people that I know personally, like, from the promotions that I work. But for the most part,
She's putting all her own guys over. That's it. That's what's happening. All her own guys are going over.
Yeah, all my friends. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did throw myself in my booking because why not?
Because you're Hogan.
Okay. All right. So basically what I did here, I never know how much detail to do. So basically what I've done is just defined all of my champs and talk kind of come up with some basic ideas of what might be happening for Mania that year. But before I get into that, some basics. Trips runs everything. Vince is no longer professionally involved. Steph never shows up anymore. She still works in the office, but she's never on TV. And the cruiserweights have been absorbed into the regular roster, and there is a women's tag division. And because it's me, intergender matches are a thing.
Ugh.
Okay.
Wait, a question: is Vince no longer professionally involved because the XFL is succeeding and he just is letting Trips handle it, or is it because
he's an old man and
he's
sitting
dead?
down? And he's not. I'm not going to comment on that. But he's an old man and he's retired. That's why I'm not going to kill Vince McMahon. I'm just gonna not have him.
Kill Vince. That's what's gonna happen.
Damone always wants to know what's going on with Vince. Every time.
What is you?
I gotta make sure my grandfather's okay.
Over there. Okay. So, also Raw is only 2 hours now.
Boo.
By the way. What's wrong with you? You want it to be 3 hours? That's so much content.
He doesn't even watch wrestling, and he's over here. Just
You're right. I watched the Hulu cut.
Which is 2 hours.
Anyway, okay. So, for Raw, my champions are the Universal Champion. I kept all the titles on the brands that they're on, just because I'm tired. It's the only reason. Okay, so my Universal Champ is Hangman Page, and his kind of main contender at the feud that would build up to Mania would be Rollins. IC title holder is, you guys are gonna hate me, but I don't book for you, I book for me. Is Ospreay, is my Intercontinental Champ, and he has an ongoing feud with Michael Richard Blaze, who is an indie guy from my city. He's actually been on NXT and WWE a couple times. He got squashed by Braun Strowman once, and they showed him. He had dark hair on the bottom and blonde hair on top. They showed him in a million promo packages. I would have MRB keep showing up, Michael Richard Blaze keep showing up and pissing him off, and he would be a newcomer. This would be basically his debut at the company. And then the last pay-per-view before Mania, which I always forget what that is. I assume one of you know.
Fastlane?
It's usually
Fastlane,
I think.
Roadblock. One of the two.
Anyway, pay-per-view before Mania, finally talks his way into a match with Ospreay, and proves that he's not just some fanboy. He's actually really, really good. Gets the better of Ospreay, goes over, and then Ospreay has his rematch at Mania. And I don't know, let's say Ospreay goes over there. Women's title for Raw is Alexa Bliss, because I love her. I would have another person that I know locally. Her name is Envy, and she is absolutely incredible. I've had the pleasure of working her. Look her up because she's spectacular. She does her character doesn't speak. She wears a bandana when she wrestles, and she's kind of all spooky and creepy, almost like a female Undertaker, but less supernatural. So I would have her basically just showing up all the time, being spooky and creepy and appearing out of nowhere, and would have her dethrone Bliss at Mania. My men's tag champs are the Usos, and I would have them in kind of an ongoing thing with the next generation of the Wyatt family. I don't know who that would be. Use your imagination. Some kind of Wyatt family 2.0. And
really, 10 years, you think it's only going to be a second version of the Wyatt family? There's gonna be at least on the third iteration.
Yeah, bitch. Okay. So yeah, and Bray will still be overseeing, but probably not really doing full matches anymore, but probably interfering, maybe doing like big matches at Mania or like the Big Four. And then my women's tag team, y'all are gonna love this, is Triple H's daughters. Because they will be adults at that point. Yeah, all three of them. So they'll use the Freebird rule. They'll be like 22, 20, and 18 by that point. I did the math.
Nice.
Right.
I feel like
over in wrestling.
I feel
I like it. The Helmsleys.
I was gonna say they have to have something to do with evolution, like women's evolution or something like that. They've got to have some, because Stephanie gave that name, however many times she said revolution and evolution, and then evolution.
Y'all can brand them however you want. So I would have leading into Mania, I would have the Iconics hold that title, and then at Mania, I would have it build like, yeah, we've got like a special opponent for you guys at Mania, like you won't see it coming, blah blah blah, and then out come the maybe each one of them is an H. Maybe the team is called Triple H, and each one of them gets to be an H.
They're all one H.
They're one H.
H1, H2, H3. And then they come out and are amazing because, of course, they are. They also have an entrance that's like 1,000,000 years long. And then for my SmackDown champs,
so much spitting.
So much spitting. Yeah, everyone has a motorbike and a skull helmet crown, and it's a rock opera. So my SmackDown champs, I've got AJ will hold the WWE Championship leading up to Mania that year, building a feud with Ricochet, and then at Mania, they have a retirement match. Loser quits WWE, and AJ lays down. Ricochet goes over, and AJ passes the torch to Ricochet.
Is there any chance that AJ Styles will be able to do what he does in 10 years?
No, that's why he's retiring at like 52.
And in this scenario, does he have gray hair? Does he look like Flair?
No, in this scenario, he looks the way he looks now, but like a silver, like imagine him in a Just for Men commercial.
That sounds. Is it still long hair?
I could see him dyeing his hair.
That sounds. I can see him dyeing his hair.
I could definitely see him dyeing his hair.
But it looks unnatural.
He's going like Shane O'Mac gray, but like.
Well, if he's gonna do that, he needs to cut it. He would have to cut it.
You don't. No, he doesn't.
He would have to cut it.
Stay out of it. It's my booking. This is my universe.
You're right.
Okay, so U.S. title, Velveteen Dream is holding that title, and the kind of feud that's kicking around Mania season is with Joe Hendry, local hero, just because I think they could get into some really fun, ridiculous crap. I would have Ember Moon hold the women's title leading up to Mania. At Mania, I would have a babyface Ruby Riott dethrone Ember, and then I would have Ember turn heel and beat Ruby down after the match. My men's tag champs are the Golden Lovers, which is Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. And they would be in a delightful ongoing feud with Mustache Mountain, which is Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. Golden Lovers would retain at Mania. And
in
then
10 years, like Trent and them, well, not Trent, but the rest of Mustache Mountain will be like 30. So yeah, they'll barely be in their they'll like be hitting their prime.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I think in this universe, Kenny will be in WWE, which means he will have calmed down a lot, like toned his stuff down a lot, and will be ready to do more comedy stuff, which he's really good at, by the way. And just like make money. I think Kenny will end up in the WWE, but not yet, not until he's done everything he wants to do. And finally, because I didn't want to throw so many indie names that nobody knew, I threw an indie name that you know because it's me. Current women tag champs are myself, Kaya March, and Dakota Kai, Team Kai Kai. Right, you're welcome. And challengers would be Viper and B. Priestley, which would be an excellent heel team, and they would just absolutely kick the crap out of us at Mania. And that's what I got.
All right.
Nice.
That's not bad.
I like that
Sure.
world, especially my favorite part is having the Triple H kids.
Daughters, you like that?
Yeah, I like that part a lot.
I thought about going completely off the rails and being like, okay, so then we're going to have Velveteen Dream, and by that time, we'll have cloning technology, so there will also be a clone of Velveteen Dream, and they'll be in a feud together.
It'll all just be Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream versus Dusty.
Yeah.
That's how I win, yeah. But I decided to keep it relatively simple with the Helmsley sisters. The H factor. There's endless possibilities for.
I like that.
It
the
was
H
good,
factor.
but it was missing some sting, so
missing some
there was
sting.
not one mention of sting.
You're right, there wasn't.
I've also decided that you're Hollywood, you're Hollywood Hogan. So however you want.
Am I?
Yeah.
I
You're booking
did the
yourself.
job.
You're booking.
I did
Yeah, but you
job.
did the job after you booked yourself to win the.
I did the
something.
job at Mania.
I'm sure it was a fast count.
Right. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, I'm babyface. They're heel.
You're
You
like,
want me
here, listen here, brother. I'm gonna take the job for you this time, brother.
Yeah.
But next time I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
No,
and
no,
I'm
no.
gonna beat you in 5 minutes.
You're
I laid down at Mania. Y'all are underestimating me.
The next match you're gonna come back and it's gonna be a finger poke of doom. We all know how this is. We all know how it is, Hollywood.
But that does. If you
just
are
was
Hollywood,
trying
that
to
means
be
you're the.
somebody that people know.
That means you're the leader.
That
So.
It's true. Remember, that's what you guys called her, right? She's the boss.
That's true. I am the boss.
She's but you know, behind every Hollywood Hogan is an Eric Bischoff. So.
Am I my own Eric Bischoff?
I'm Eric. I'm always Eric.
You're gonna drive us into the ground.
Yes, I'm gonna bring us to the highest of heights, and then I'm gonna just fuck it.
And then when you
And then I'm
finally
gonna go
chat
to a
with
different-
Bruce Pritchard, you're gonna get real mad about it.
And then what's gonna happen is you're all gonna lose your jobs, and I'm gonna go join a popular podcast.
Rude.
That's what's gonna happen. But it's all right. You're gonna open up a surf shop, Kevin. So.
Yay! That's what I've always
And then
wanted.
you're gonna say racist things on a hidden camera.
So I'll have said racist things several years previously and
Right.
be a sentient piece of beef jerky, which is a lot to look forward to.
Oh, don't forget, you gotta have a reality
You're gonna have
show.
a reality
It's
show
important.
and a sex tape.
That can my sex tape be my reality show?
Sure. Especially by that time.
But all right, Travvy
Got
T.
that done.
What's up?
It is your turn to book it.
That was weird.
I know. I'm trying new things.
I liked it. I liked it though.
New things.
Are you ready to book it? All right, go ahead.
All right. Can everybody hear me? All right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right.
All
That's what I
right.
like about these high school bookings. Nope,
What?
it's not working. I was
Yeah,
trying.
stop.
I was trying something.
Stop
It wasn't
it.
working. It
Stop
wasn't
that.
working. It wasn't working. I'm sorry.
Abandon it.
I did.
All right.
I stopped halfway. I stopped. I already said it wasn't working. Let's go. I book it.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, go ahead. Book. I was trying an Owen Wilson. Yeah, go ahead. Or
Okay.
Luke Wilson. I'm not sure which Wilson brother. it
Doesn't
is.
matter. Move on. Move on.
McConaughey.
Oh,
Move on.
you're right. They're all the same though.
Anyway, the what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Me either. Anyway,
Book
so
something.
shut
Literally
up.
anything.
Everybody shut up.
Book something.
Let me talk. So my WB in 10 years is gonna be a little bit different than WB is now. Basically, I see Triple H going on basically what he's already doing and setting up a bunch of little territories for NXT across the world.
Basically undoing what Vince did.
Yeah, exactly. So what I see NXT becoming, or WB as a whole, but mainly through NXT, is basically be a global NWA. If that makes sense. So also, there's still going to be Raw and SmackDown and 205 Live.
And
But
205,
there's also...
You really think 205 Live is going to last 10 years?
Yes, because we're going to make it great. We're going to make Cruiserweight Wrestling great again.
Oh my god. I've heard that somewhere. I've seen this movie.
But there's also going to be a fourth brand or show or whatever called Evolution, which is going to be an all-women show that's weekly. But also, I'm getting rid of the brand exclusive titles. So if you're the WWE champion, you're the WWE champion. You're not just the SmackDown WWE champion. If you're the tag team champion, you're the tag team champion. And same with the women's champion. There is the mid-card titles are staying brand exclusive, and they're going to be more held to a higher standard. Because they're going to be considered, they're going to be the brand's champion. So the Intercontinental Championship stays on Raw, the United States Championship stays on SmackDown, and they're the ones carrying the brand week to week. And you may not see the WWE champion every week, or you might not see them on both shows every week, whatever it is. So, because they're going to be built as a attraction to kind of, I kind of want to limit wrestling down a little bit, like make it so people aren't getting hurt all the time, give them time off. Yeah. So when you get up to the top level, I feel like you should get less. You should be on the TV the least. Because, or at least wrestling the least, because you're the main attraction. Make your moments feel special. And then NXT is going to be built very similarly. So we've got NXT, NXT UK, NXT South America, and NXT Asia. So we've got the NXT champion is going to be across all brands. So I'm sorry, the NXT champion, the tag team champion, and the women's champion is going to go across all 4 territories. And then each one has their own, like, so there's the North American Championship, the UK Championship, the South American Championship, and the Asian Championship. I don't really care about the champions or anything because we'll get into that in a minute. So I booked both the TakeOver and WrestleMania 45 just to keep it, because it's 15 matches. You know how I do. So TakeOver opens up with the Women's Championship match. My NXT Women's Champion is Kaya March, and she's facing Tessa Blanchard. The match is 20 minutes long, with Kaya going over.
Woo! Thanks, buddy. 20 minutes. You overestimate me.
Well, I'm hoping in 10 years you won't get as winded so fast.
Me too.
Wow.
Not even mad.
Just like Hollywood.
My second match is Christopher Daniels versus Jay White. Christopher Daniels, it comes to NXT, and he sporadically wrestles just to kind of help put people over. Sometimes he wins on NXT like weekly shows, but for the most part, he's just there for takeovers to put other wrestlers over, like Tyler Breeze was. And he's facing off against Jay White, who's debuting. Jay White has had a flourishing in the indie career, being a it's IWGP heavyweight champion on multiple occasions, winning the Ring of Honor championship as well. So he comes in, he's pretty much the big indie star of the moment, and he comes in and beats Christopher Daniels in 10 minutes. My next match has a. Oh, that's the other thing. My NXT has fluidity with the brand or with the Raw and SmackDown. So you might go to NXT or you might go to Raw or SmackDown, but then you might come back to NXT, or you might appear on NXT while you're a main roster person.
Is NXT still in the small venue?
Yes.
Meh.
Smaller. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be in Full Sail, but
So
it's smaller.
Why not have NXT just take over 205 Live?
Because I like 205 Live. I like the concept.
But you could just have the cruiserweights on NXT.
I could. Or I
Alright.
could just give them their own show and let them appear with the main roster in NXT.
Okay, what's their time slot?
What's
Are
their
they-
time slot?
What would you put 205 Live in 10 years? What station would you put 205 Live on?
The WWE Network.
Just on the WWE Network?
Yes.
When would you record it?
Why are
Like-
you asking me stupid
I'm
questions?
asking
What's your
specific que-
budget? What's the budget?
I'm
What's
asking,
your budget?
I'm specifically asking because the idea of keeping 205 Live alive in 10 years, it fascinates me because that's
a lot of things could happen.
I want to
Doing
know
booking-
why and I want to
10
know
years.
how. I want to know if you were to try to keep 205 Live alive and in 10 years, how?
I would just make it more interesting.
Oh, okay.
But are you
No, but
recording
Wow,
it?
genius.
I'm
No
asking
one thought of
specifically,
that.
Back Enzo.
Are you
Exactly.
Are you also recording it still after
No,
SmackDown?
no. I would probably do it. Definitely gonna cut Raw to 2 hours, so probably the hour before Raw.
Oh, no one would be there.
Would it be live?
You have to do the hour after Raw. Because if you do it the hour before Raw, like having gone to Raw, no one's
No one
there
will
for
be
like
there.
no
Yeah.
one's there until like
Dark
a half
matches before
hour
the show,
even.
and
Well,
no one is there.
They would know it was 205 Live.
Okay,
They still wouldn't
right.
go.
But that might be the issue. Like, no, it's 205 Live.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
one
also
thing
the
to get
issue with
people
it
to
now.
All right, so what
There's-
you do is you put 205 Live in the middle of Raw.
No. I got a better idea. I would record it at a house show.
I think I like that idea more, but
Then
then
you
it's
could,
a
I
house
might do
show.
it
Not a
on
house
across
show.
multiple.
But then
house
it's not a
shows.
house show. Then you just do it. What you're saying is to do a 205 Live in a smaller venue.
Taping,
Yes.
yeah.
But do it like
All right.
no. But you guys are missing the point. Like it's a house show, and then I record matches for 205 Live during that house show.
Don't
It might
ask
not
me
be
how
the-
I do it, but it magically is better for reasons.
I'm just asking because 205 Live. I mean, it's a weird concept still. Like,
See, I like 205 Live. I just don't think it needs to be its own show.
I
Yeah,
don't know why.
I don't mind 205 as a concept, but yeah, I'm not committed enough to ever watch it.
I would watch it more. I wouldn't watch it more.
Also,
because
I
don't have
might put-
time, but if I had
I might-
time, go ahead.
I might put 205 Live at Full Sail.
I was gonna say 205 Live might
Record
do
with
better at
NXT.
Full Sail. It might be
I might do
better.
that.
It would be so much better at Full Sail because the crowd at Full Sail will actually care.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and,
I think
like,
that's
be
what I would
into
do.
it.
But the only issue is it blending in and just becoming NXT.
Okay,
No, it's
so
not.
hang on. Before we move forward with that idea, I would just like to say that just because everybody's agreed and likes that idea should not count for Travis's favor because we basically talked him out of his own shitty booking.
This is not just a,
That's not
we're
true.
not
I
gonna
didn't
win
even have
because
that
we
booked.
decided to agree on Full Sail.
No one wins
Yeah.
anymore. No one votes.
You're
What are you
right.
talking about?
Once
This
they
is
start
true.
voting, we'll go back to it, and we'll have a showdown.
Travis it's okay. No matter what, no matter
Travis
how many
wins.
people vote, Travis is gonna say he won.
I'm just
180 people could vote against him, and he could get 0
181
votes.
voted for me.
And yet he hasn't
But-
won. I don't think he's won a
Yeah.
mini game yet.
I've
Yeah.
won mini games and I've won.
What mini? You
buckets.
probably have. I can't remember. I didn't keep
So,
track.
Shut the fuck up.
All
Can I
right.
keep booking now?
Yeah, go ahead and keep booking.
All right. So this match was originally a singles match, but then when I was listening to Kevin's, I added somebody, because I went back and watched this person that she mentioned, and it reminded me of one of the people in my match. So
Rob Van Dam.
no. No.
60-year-old Rob Van Dam.
Yes.
Still doing wheel kicks. So it's Adam Page and Marty Scurll versus Scott Justice and Michael Blaze.
Hell yeah.
Who?
So
Like Michael Richard Blaze and
Yes.
Scott Justice?
yes,
Oh boy, that is a hell of a tag team. They've had matches and they are incredible. Scott
See?
Justice is my husband, in case you were wondering.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't pay attention to people's names.
you're rude. That's why we just went over this.
My- Talking about
No, you can't expect me to remember all this shit. I'm sorry.
that would be a hell of a match. Those two guys are, and I'm not just saying it because I married the dude. Those two guys are show stealers.
She's just saying it because she married the dude. She's.
That's fine.
Hey, he's not in the room. Hear me?
Look, it's
The,
audio. I'm sure he can go back and listen to it at a later point. He won't,
though.
but
You don't know that. You don't know him.
you're right. I don't.
I
I didn't
know.
even know his name.
I don't know his fake name.
Anyway,
Anywho,
this is a so Mike. I took off the Richard. I don't really like the Richard part of his name. Shoot me.
Oh, okay.
So I just call him Michael Blaze in my universe. So Michael Blaze debuts. He's a babyface, and he's getting picked on by Adam Page and Marty Scurll. Then he's getting attacked all the time, getting whatever, bullied basically. And then what is this? Why did you send that? Quit texting.
Focus,
Quit
focus.
texting while I'm talking.
Booking.
Anyway. Scott Justice returns to NXT. He's been on the main roster for a little while now. He's killing it up there, but he comes back to help out his hometown friend, and they're gonna be booked as best friends.
Cute.
And then, why is that cute?
Because they're best friends.
Are they?
Why would?
Or are
No,
you
they're not. But
thinking? Oh, I was gonna say, I think, did I really just guess
They're
that right?
no, they're
Um,
friendly.
They hate each other. They want to
I
tear
know, that's
each
what she was
other
gonna
to
say as soon as I
bits.
said it. But, so they come in and they get a great babyface victory. This is also Michael Blaze's debut in NXT. The next match is the NXT Tag Team match, or Tag Team Championship match. It's the London Brothers versus the Briscoes.
The Briscoes
And-
never, and even in fucking 10 years, they're not going to WWE.
Maybe
Unless
not.
they somehow get toned down a lot.
I like the Briscoes, okay?
Also,
I don't like them as people.
I just have a feeling. Oh, and I understand that, but and that being said, the Briscoes, I think, with the shit that they've said so openly and the way that they've said it, I think will turn away WWE at every chance.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
No. That's why this is fantasy booking, Mike.
I understand that.
And the London Brothers are somebody that Kevin's friends with because I needed a tag team. And but I'm sure they're great. I'm sure.
There's
And
no
they're
other
so
tag
great.
teams. There's
so
no
great.
other tag teams.
They're so great that I even let them win this match. And that match was 15 minutes long.
Do you hear that? That's Travvy.
Yeah.
Kissing up to Kevin's ass.
He asked me for like an indie tag team. They were the first guys that came to mind.
What is up with you, Mike? Why can I not do anything and please you?
You could please me. Hey.
Look, you're not 1996 Shawn Michaels, present day Roman Reigns, or mid 90s John Stamos. So
I
you're not
can
getting
be
it.
just if you close your eyes, I can be whoever you want to be.
Okay.
All right, but I'm top.
No.
Yes. So this is my NXT Championship match. I'm not going to tell you who's in it yet, but my NXT champion basically says he's willing to take on all comers, and he is a fighting champion, and he doesn't care who they put in the ring with him. He's going to take him out. He's going to win. The current general manager of NXT is Daniel Bryan, and he tells him, and it's a heel Daniel Bryan, by the way. So Daniel Bryan tells Will Ospreay, who is my NXT champion,
Yeah.
he will be defending in the first ever NXT Elimination Chamber against the 4 other champions from the NXT territories, as well as the Cruiserweight champion. So the UK champion is Zack Sabre Jr. My North American champion is Jay Lethal. My South American champion is El Cuatero, who is currently a champion in CMLL. I don't know who he is, though. It just sounded good. And then my NXT Asian champion is a Japanese wrestler by the name of Taishi Takazawa, who I don't know him either, but he's a champion in one of those Japanese promotions. It's not in JPW.
All right, go ahead.
Do I even what?
I was saying, never mind. Don't worry about
Say
it. Keep going.
Say
No, keep going.
And then my Cruiserweight champion is Chad Gable. I have this match going 40 minutes. I don't know how long Elimination Chamber matches usually last, but I feel like it's a pretty long match. So it goes 40 minutes, and it ends up with Will Ospreay pinning Zack Sabre Jr. And he retains his title. And that is TakeOver. Any questions so far? Any comments, concerns?
No.
No.
Cool. I didn't bury... Just so you guys... I want everybody to be proud of me because I didn't bury Kaya March or fucking Will Ospreay, and that hurt.
No, you didn't. And I'd watch the hell out of Zack Sabre Jr. and Will Ospreay.
Thank you.
It's a lot of flips.
And a lot of skinny dude.
It's together they make one normal sized dude.
And a lot of flips. Their feet never touch the ground.
So many flips.
Have they not wrestled before?
Are they? I'd be surprised if they
must
both make it 10 more years. Which one is the one that keeps hitting his head?
Ospreay.
I can't remember.
It's because he does a really tricky move, like off the apron.
All right,
or like
he needs
over
to stop.
the apron.
Stop doing
No, I
that
agree.
move.
Stop.
I have literally like messaged him, which I'm sure he never reads, and been like, please stop, please.
He needs to
Please
stop
doing.
because he will not make it in 10 years if he doesn't
I
stop.
love watching you wrestle.
Who?
And
I missed that. What were we talking about?
Ospreay.
Oh.
We're talking about Ospreay.
I'm
Probably.
surprised you picked some flippy people there, Travvy.
I'm impressed with you.
It's not booking for me, it's booking for my people. The champ
Yeah,
books
right,
for the
but-
public.
But you also
Okay.
you don't like flips, so I would imagine you would try to change the landscape of wrestling to fit what you like.
Talk him up, but
What?
But he's also a businessman,
Yeah.
so he understands
Uh,
that
is-
people like flips.
Is Vince alive?
Is he? Sure.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, you gotta know who's
Probably.
making the decisions.
Me. The fuck?
You. So where's Vince?
Yeah.
Where's Vinny?
He's here. He's my advisor.
He's your advisor.
He's your advisor.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed so far. I haven't heard one name. There's one name I haven't heard, and I'm disappointed.
Sting.
But you still have a chance to redeem yourself, Travis.
Is it male or female?
Male?
Triple H.
Dream.
No.
Dream.
Oh
No.
no, he's coming. He's coming. I don't know. Maybe he's not coming. I don't know who you're talking about. So, but my first match is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. My tag team champions their names are Heaven and Hell. So it's Candice LeRae and Sue Young. They're kind of like an odd, what do they call them? Odd bedfellows, something like that.
Yep. Strange bedfellows.
Yep, that's what they are. But they're like extremely effective and undefeated as a tag
Does
team.
sound like Vince is your advisor. Goddamn, pal. Let's make him heaven and hell. Heaven and hell. Well, goddamn. Give him an entrance.
But, well, fuck you guys. They're going up against Bailey and Sasha Banks. So one thing I wanted to kind of
They're
change.
still a thing. Jesus Christ.
They're still.
It's a
pulling the same thing.
reunion.
And it's the
reunion.
same. It's the same story still going. Neither of them have turned.
Anyway, it's a reunion. But also, I wanted to, because it feels like, for the most part, women's careers last significantly shorter than men's. And I don't know if that's...
Because when they get less hot, WWE has previously chucked them out.
Okay, I agree. So that changes with this. I want some of the stars we have now are still going to be stars in the future. Because I'm trying to book... I would rather book the women to be legitimate megastars than to be eye candy for a couple weeks.
You're speaking my language, dude.
All right, so Bailey and Sasha are the veterans here, and they put over the undefeatable tag team of Heaven and Hell.
Keep going.
What's so funny? What's so funny?
I thought it was. Just keep going.
All right. My next match is a
It's
women's
a
match.
nickname that keeps getting.
I'm just imagining. I'm just imagining people. Go ahead. Just go ahead. I can't. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Hurt my feelings.
I just imagine. To me, it's funny. Somebody seriously being like heaven and hell, and then
Oh yeah, okay.
and then them coming down and doing heaven and hell gimmick, and they make it as serious as possible, but it's not. It's
No,
just,
I think you're missing the point here.
I am.
You know who Sue Young is?
I get it. I get it.
You know who Sue Young is?
Yes.
You know who Candice LeRae is?
Yes.
Okay, so they're the same people they are now. Like, nothing changes.
I get it.
They just tag up.
Okay. But that doesn't stop what I already imagined. So.
Okay, but that's not what I booked. That's why I'm
All right.
trying to make sure that's what
I'm sorry I laughed out loud. Keep going.
I mean, I don't care. I'm just trying to make sure you're seeing what I'm trying to actually put across.
I get it. I'm just.
Or stopping the audience from seeing what you're seeing, since that's not what I'm projecting.
They're gonna see what they see, my guy.
Fuck you.
Keep going.
All right, my next match is a shit. Yes.
Goddamn.
Not even trying.
It's not even trying.
Street fight.
Put
It
it on a
is
pole.
Becky Lynch
Becky Lynch
versus
on a pole match.
versus Nikki Cross.
Nice.
And they beat the holy hell out of each other. And Nikki Cross goes over.
Nice.
My next match is one of two people doing double duty this weekend. Chad Gable defends his Cruiserweight Championship against Kota Ibushi and the returning Neville.
He's been away 10 years.
He might. Shit, fuck you. Should have put fucking CM Punk in the main event. But anyway. And Neville wins. My next match is the Battle of the Titans. It's going to be Walter versus Braun Strowman versus Lars Sullivan. And this match is going to be awful.
Oh, okay.
I just have
a
a
lot
feeling.
of men. That's a lot of meat.
That is a lot of bulk in one ring.
Yeah, it had to counteract the Zack Sabre Jr. Will Ospreay shit. But so I have Walter winning here. Walter's basically been the monster on the brand, and this is just to help kind of build him up as the monster more. My next match is for the new WWE Women's International Championship.
Ooh.
So this is basically the women's mid card. So it is Kairi Sane defending her championship against Charlotte Flair. The match is a 30-minute Iron Woman match, and Kairi Sane wins she retains the title after a draw. My next match is Seth Rollins versus Adam Cole in a match to determine who's the best wrestler in the world. and Seth Rollins wins. Then where are we at? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So this is a match to determine who is the best of the brand champions. So it is my Intercontinental Champion Velveteen Dream versus my United States Champion Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes wins the match after hitting his, what is his finish called? Crossroads?
Crossroads.
Crossroads, yeah.
He hits Crossroads onto the steel steps and then throws Velveteen Dream into the ring for the pinfall. Cody Rhodes is the heel, and Velveteen Dream is definitely the babyface. So the crowd is raining boos in on Cody Rhodes for this, and he's just soaking it in. My next match is Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. And this is for the WWE Women's Championship.
I feel like I've seen this movie.
And Ember Moon is defending, but she ends up losing to Shayna Baszler.
I wish we could go a whole episode without talking about Shayna Baszler winning.
Why do you hate Shayna Baszler?
Shayna
so
Baszler's
much?
I didn't
really
have a
great.
problem with Shayna Baszler until every
We
time
spent
she's mentioned, she
84
beats
episodes
everybody.
Talking about Sting. We spent 84 episodes talking about Sting,
Right,
and you
but
were
he's
fine
Sting.
with that. We mentioned Shayna,
No,
who's great, and you want to ban her from the
Hold
show.
on, hold on. Mike also thinks Sting is a bigger star than Triple H is. You said that.
When?
There's
Yeah.
audio proof. Go listen to the episodes. You
Which
said it.
episode?
I don't remember, but I could find it. Tomorrow I'll have to marathon
Sure.
book it.
Wha-
Fucking.
Watch, I was actually sleep talking.
Because you said Sting's not as big of a or Sting. You said, I don't remember what you said, but you said, but like Triple H isn't as big of a star as Sting is, but he's all of our favorites. And I'm like, what? Because I remember me and Demo were both like, you're fucking smoking something. You're crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen to context. Anyways.
Okay. So the next match is basically a changing of guard match. This is going to be the last match for one of these people, and it's going to be kind of like the calling card match for the other. So it's going to be Kenny Omega versus Scott Justice. Scott is the second person doing double time. What is so funny?
Well, are you familiar with Scott's moveset?
No.
Because it's a whole. Do you know what his finisher is?
Nope.
The one-winged angel.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better.
So he uses
Well,
the
change it,
one-winged angel.
goddammit.
He uses the tiger suplex. He uses.
And they've wrestled, right?
Oh yeah, they've wrestled each other. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
watched
saying.
that match.
So
It's a
that's
good
why I'm
match.
making it bring full circle. And Kenny Omega chooses Scott Justice to be his final match.
Wow, that actually sounds like something that would happen.
See? I'm fucking great at this.
Not that
It's
Kenny
a
would
hell of a
choose
match.
Scott to be his
It's the
final match, but
second-
he's chosen to work him.
It's the second longest match in the whole weekend.
Hmm.
And it's a hell of a match with a bunch of false finishes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And finally, Scott
Fun.
Justice hits the one-winged angel on Kenny Omega for the 1-2-3 victory. And they both are in the ring
Wow.
hugging and embracing. And Kenny Omega cries, and he holds Scott Justice's arm up, and Scott's crying too. And he points to him, and they hug
my
again.
God, is this really what you're booking right now? Is this,
Yes.
is this really what's going
I
on?
am
Is this what
invested.
I am not. I have turned off the television.
What?
I'm
So you
watching
didn't-
MLW.
Wait.
I'm
You
watching
didn't-
Thunder
you
right
didn't
now.
fucking cry after Shawn Michaels beat Ric Flair?
This is not Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair.
You don't know what he's gonna be in 10 years. You don't know what the fuck he is. What?
What?
Have you watched any of Scott's matches?
I don't know.
Then
Maybe
you
not.
don't.
That's a
That's
no.
not the point.
That's a no.
He's
You don't
He's
know
not
what
this-
any of these people are gonna be like in 10 years. So
Oh
shut the
my-
fuck up.
you You,
I would just like
you,
to say, everybody go watch Scott Justice's stuff because he really.
Link me. I'll watch it all.
This has nothing specifically to do with Scott himself. This is not That's not the point.
You have an issue with Kenny Omega? Is that the problem?
I just feel like Travis is pulling a fast one on us because this is not. This is not a look. I have sat through 13 other episodes of Travis's bookings.
Nope, 12. I skipped one.
Okay.
Listen,
all right.
Travis had me put Kelly over. I know.
Okay.
But it's working.
This is not a Travis booking.
This does seem like a trap.
This is very fishy, and I'm not fucking buying it, Travis. You're trying to pull a fast one, and I can't. I don't know I don't know your angle yet. I don't know it. But by God, God damn it. I will find out, goddamn.
Oh my God,
goddamn
I'm in
pal.
tears.
There's something. I'll figure it out.
God,
I'll
I
figure
love
it
it.
out.
Oh, I can't wait to tell Scott all about this.
But
This is. I like Scott as a person. I don't know if you know this or not, but I like Scott.
okay, but that's
I'm one of the few people I didn't have a problem with him ever.
This is beside the point.
So,
There's still something fishy.
okay.
I think it's just the fact that we don't trust you.
This doesn't seem like your typical booking.
It is very likable for me, anyway.
What the fuck are you guys trying to say?
That you're
the heel. You're the heel of the group. This is very like.
I've been pretty upfront
not
with
typical.
what I think. I've been pretty upfront with what I think. I find it fishy. This is not a normal Travis booking.
Okay. I want to see where it goes. Let's see where it goes.
There's
only one match left.
And if this match doesn't end with you somehow coming out or somebody beating John Cena on your behalf, I'm gonna be. Yeah. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I should have booked that match, but I did not.
Travis.
You said what?
Surprise us all.
Well, that's the end of that match. I don't know what the fuck you guys want, but
Yeah.
it was an emotional moment.
I love it.
There is
a
lot of indie wrestlers out there, and you pick the same guy twice, and that same guy just so happens to be married to one of our co-hosts. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Did I pay him or something?
Whoa,
I have
what
no
are you?
stock in
Whoa! That has no. Wait a minute.
Hey, she also
you're pulling some weird.
That's genius booking, by the way.
We just figured out that Travis is Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, Eric. Right, and that's what I was thinking. I am not your Eric Bischoff. Travis is your Eric Bischoff. That is what is happening. And I was gonna say it back in the NXT, the Takeover booking, and then I forgot. Yes.
Why am I?
We're taking to the top.
We're gonna have a reveal at some point that you're the third man, or she's the third. Like something. There's some fucked up shit happening here. I see it. Damone and I right now we're Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain Heenan in the broadcast booth at WCW.
Well, which one of you are the brain? Because neither one of you are very smart.
I'm Tony Schiavone because, but
then he's Mongo McMichael. He looks like a Mongo.
Okay.
No. During that time, it was not Mongo McMichael. During that time, it was Bobby the Brain.
Okay, look, no one cares about WCW. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Just book your last match.
There's some fuckery going on here. Go ahead and book your last match.
There's no fuckery.
Getting out of it. Like, what do you think? What do you think the end game is here?
I don't know. I look. I don't know. I've made it very clear. I don't know the end game, but I'm on to you.
There is no end game.
I'm on to you. I am on to you, Travvy T.
The end game is to be entertaining. That's it.
It would be entertaining. I can promise you that.
How is it entertaining to put the same guy that nobody knows twice?
No one knows him yet. Now, asshole. It's not tomorrow.
No, that is true. In 10 years, they would know him.
In 10 years.
In this booking. Yes.
Right. But right now, for our current audience.
Well, we're booking for 10 years.
They don't know the
now.
same guy twice. I get that.
He's popping the boys, okay? Workers do it all the time.
Yeah, who cares?
Get it.
Fuck
Keep
you.
going. You know what, Travis? Keep going. Do your last match.
I've been
No,
waiting for
first
him to keep going.
I'm defending myself.
Defend yourself.
Or what? Okay, shut the fuck up.
All right, let's have a show and let's go to the next match.
No, I'm defending myself. Fucking, we could sign WWE could sign Scott Justice next week for all the fuck we know. But then he could slowly build up through NXT, slowly build up to be one of the top baby faces in the company. And then Kenny Omega could grow to be the biggest star the Indies has ever seen. Finally signed, become Sting basically. Finally signed to WWE.
Really?
And
become Sting basically. All right, go ahead.
Okay, the
Keep
Sting
going.
is in being never worked for WWE, but I mean, obviously he has, but that's not what you know what I mean. He becomes the guy that's eluded WWE. Then finally they come back together. Kenny Omega wins a bunch of matches or whatever. He just comes there just to finish his career off. And then it's him versus Scott Justice. He says he wants one more match and he wants it against someone he knows very well, blah, 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 whatever. They build the program off that. Scott Justice finally puts him down. And then they cry in the ring. I don't see what the fuck's so wrong with that. I feel like that's
I
a
have a big old shit-eating grin on my face. I'm here for it. I love it.
I see what's, but why?
I don't get what the problem
Why
is.
do you need to book him twice?
Because
why have him in that match? Have him in that match, but why book him twice?
He's
why
a top
not
guy,
pull?
man.
Why not pull from a giant pool of other indie stars that could
Why
have
did
come
you not
up?
have- why
That
didn't
could
you
have
have
come
this
up the
problem with
same
me
way.
booking- Why didn't you have a problem with me booking Chad Gable twice?
I didn't hear you book Chad Gable twice.
That's because you don't fucking pay attention.
I did pay attention. I've been paying attention. That's how I know
I
you
said his
fucking
name
booked
3
Scott
times.
Justice. Okay, well
I've
you said his
never
name
heard
3
Mike
times.
this hot before. This is really something.
This is the most entertaining segment ever.
And I didn't hear. I didn't
Hey,
hear you
guess
book
what?
Chad Gable
That we
twice.
just got Scott Justice over.
But
Okay?
No. You booked Scott Justice. Where's my dice? We're gonna that fantasy booking segment that I said.
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
roll to see if it happens. I will pull that one out.
Give me your dice.
It has nothing
my
to
God.
do with him specifically, but I don't get why you pulled him twice for an unknown guy to go to an NXT show the same weekend. I'm guessing is the same weekend as WrestleMania.
I think you just need to accept the fact that some things are clearly beyond your understanding, because everyone else is fine with just being like, oh, okay, that's the way it will be in 10 years for reasons.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody else
I'm
got.
gonna assume he's not, because he said that was the end of the segment, that there's nothing shady coming.
No, there's not.
So-
That's it.
Okay, so we're gonna trust you this one time. Don't Triple H me.
I don't have anything going on. Like, literally, Scott is just, they're going to hug. But now thinking about it, I should have had Scott turn heel and become the biggest heel in the fucking business. But I didn't. So I can't say anything about that.
Okay, go to your next
Okay.
match.
Is
Okay,
this
your
your
last
last match?
This is my last match. Thank you. This is the WWE Championship match. It's got heel Roman Reigns defending against Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne wins. Woohoo. He finally wins the big one.
What I like about this is Roman Reigns comes back from cancer and wrestles again. I obviously I also
I like
Pete
that
Dunne.
there's no Brock Lesnar involved.
Brock Lesnar
Yeah,
will be
that's-
85 in 10 years. What do you mean?
Yeah, he'll be the special guest referee.
Really gonna age in the next 10 years.
He's just gonna F5. He's gonna come in.
I
I'm
should
not
put
even
him in the
doing
match with
suplexes
Walter and
anymore.
Braun Strowman in there.
So
Yeah, I'm not doing suplexes anymore. I'm just gonna hit the F5 and go home.
so
F5, go,
Just one.
go home.
a few
Just
people.
No,
one.
he's just doing the bouncy step thing.
Yeah,
Right.
The bouncy
That's all he
step
does.
thing.
that's his finisher now. He just bouncy steps. The guy falls down.
Real
He
quick,
wins them.
real
What?
quick. Between both your bookings, I want. Did I not hear? Maybe I just forgot. Was there no Sami Zayn in either of those bookings?
No.
Was there no
No,
Kevin Owens in either of those bookings?
No, I
No.
toyed with having them in. I toyed with having both of them, but here's the thing.
In 10
They're-
years, really? All right. go
Yeah.
ahead.
They're both in their mid-30s.
Yes.
And they've been working for decades already.
All right. Wait a minute.
And
Wait
they
a minute.
go hard.
Wasn't it you who had a gray-haired AJ Styles working in his
I knew you were
60s.
gonna say
I
that.
did
But-
have a gray-haired AJ Styles,
Who's also
but
been
when
working
you
for
compare how much-
decades.
You
but,
can see,
but
you can
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens
Would
been
you
working for
let me
decades.
fucking finish?
No!
my
Fuck you,
thought?
Mike.
So argumentative tonight. So okay,
I'm
you can
awake.
actually see the way that AJ Styles is slowing down even now. Like even from when he came into WWE, he's slowing down as he fucking should. If he continues on that trajectory, there's no reason that he shouldn't be around for another 10 years. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I don't see any signs of slowing down, and they're working like at their age. AJ wasn't slowing down either, but he wasn't working as crazy a schedule. Yes, that's what I have to say about that. So fuck you.
I'm also disappointed that not one person booked Chris Jericho in anything.
I thought about that
Not
too.
even as a commissioner or a GM or an on-air personality.
You know what
Because
I'm disappointed in all of you for?
no
Who
Sting.
you didn't book? Nicholas.
Who?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Liz.
You didn't book Nicholas.
Oh, Nicholas. Nicholas, he...
Daughter,
Nicholas-
does that not
I got it.
Count
That
back Nicholas?
new Wyatt family, there's your leader.
There you go, Nicholas.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Yeah.
We have a new Wyatt family.
Yeah, in Kevin's...
Were you not listening? I
Yeah,
have
were
like
you not paying
the
attention?
next
Probably not. I probably missed
the
that. Who
Wyatt
is the new
family
Wyatt family?
generation 2.
There's
Who
a
is
new
it?
Grandpa
Wyatt
Wyatt.
family.
Who is it?
There's like...
I didn't
It's
say.
Nicholas.
I said whoever you want.
Oh, that's
Nicholas.
lame. You can't just not put people in there.
Nicholas and
I
Braun.
just fucking did.
Nicholas, Braun,
You lose automatically for
and...
You don't get to make that decision, my dude.
that. I do.
Although I would give you the win anyway, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nicholas, Braun,
God,
and
justice booking.
I'm trying to think of who's another mysterious person.
Or somebody's kid.
Yeah. Does Undertaker have a kid?
Bro, you could throw Noelle Foley in there. I guess I'll just go fuck
Do
myself.
I really want to hear... I don't like her voice.
Well, she doesn't have to talk. You didn't hear Eric Rowan ever.
That's true.
Yeah, you did. He said run
Oh yeah, run.
at the end of every promo.
Fine, Luke Harper then.
Luke Harper talked a lot.
Luke Harper. He talks.
He had
now.
the best. He had the best line in Wyatt family history.
Oh,
Yeah, he said, "You picked a beautiful hill to die on, boys."
that
To
is
the
a good
shield.
one.
That was
is
a
really
fucking.
good.
I
That
was
is a
like,
really good
Jesus
line.
Christ.
Mad that's I didn't write that because it's really good.
It's a really good line. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
So,
that's fun.
I forgot what we were talking. Oh, the new Wyatt. Yeah. So, anyways, that is this episode of Book It. We kind of running over, so we're not going to do a mini game this week.
What? Whack.
Oh wait, you know what? I
fuck.
had one.
I
Yeah,
want
I even
to
had
do
one. It was
I have one. I got
what
one.
would
I got
H
one
do?
really quick. I got
What?
one quick. It's the guess the wrestler one. We can do it really
Oh.
quick. So it is during. It's a tag team, and it's during the Ruthless Aggression era.
Error indeed.
Era.
Rara.
So they are a former. They were only active for about 2 years, but they are former tag team champions, WWE tag team champions one time. It was a 3-person group,
Team Angle.
though. Nope.
Too cool.
Okay.
No.
Hold on. They were there when?
The
From
Insane Clown Posse.
2006 to 2008.
It's a 3-person group.
3-person group.
3 men?
No.
Eminem.
No.
Deuce and Domino.
Deuce and Domino.
There we go.
Yay!
I'm good at
There you
this.
go.
See,
Deuce
Mike,
and-
if you didn't use fucking obscure ass WCW people that you knew I wouldn't know.
Except I didn't know who the fuck those were. So
They
Yeah,
were
because
built-
you didn't watch wrestling during the best time to watch wrestling.
I
they were
did
built from the
WCW.
The other
No.
side of the tracks.
WCW in
Crack 'em in the mouth.
97 and 96, 97, 98 is fantastic. I don't care.
They're-
Oh, well,
they're
most
finished.
of
Crack them in the mouth, which is literally just one holds the head while the other one does a running kick.
Well,
All right, well, let's book it. Anybody got anything to plug?
You know we do.
Yeah, we always do.
Travis, go ahead and plug Trigger Warning.
Yeah, go first.
Well, I'm gonna plug Trigger Warning.
All right.
Trigger Warning with Travis Trimbles every Tuesday, sometimes Thursday, sometimes not either one of those.
sometimes
Also-
not either one of those.
I am the champ. I'm the Book It champion. I'm the Debateable champion. So check me out
None
on
of
every
those.
podcast where everything goes. And Kevin is mean to me.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not gonna argue that.
Timon, go ahead and
I have
promote Debatable.
Yeah, Debatable. It usually gets recorded right before this show, but will usually come out either Wednesday or Thursdays each week. And it's available on all the podcast places you go to: Apple, Spotify, Podcast Addict. I don't think has it. Yeah, it's pretty much available everywhere.
All right, Kevin, you and Scott have had some pretty big promotion already in this episode. Do you need any more?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I do. Gotta get myself over. Yeah, if you're interested in seeing any of my matches or learning more about when and where I'll be wrestling, you can check me out on Facebook, Kaya March, Kaia March, like marching, and on Twitter at Kaya March, and go ahead and check out Scott Justice on Facebook as well, or look him up on YouTube. He really does have some incredible matches, including one with Kenny Omega.
All right. So that's it. That is Book It. I'm gonna play the outro, and that's it.